Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Engberg, and I am the Associate Dean and Professor of Higher Education at the Morgridge College of Education. On behalf of Dean Riley and the faculty and staff at the college, I want to welcome all of you to our third annual Student Awards ceremony. Our Student Awards ceremony, whether in person or virtual, is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate the myriad accomplishments of our students. Each of our award recipients has demonstrated their passion and commitment to serving the public good through their excellence in scholarship and service. And in doing so, they've exemplified our mission around preparing future scholars and practitioners with the knowledge, skills, and tools to confront the various systemic challenges facing our nation and to become lasting agents of social change. The Morgridge College of Education begins all public events with the formal acknowledgement of the lands on which we convene. The University of Denver resides on land held in stewardship by the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes. We recognize the descendant communities of the Northern Cheyenne Tribe of Montana, the Northern Arapaho Tribe of Wyoming, and the Southern Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma, who were forcibly removed from this land. We also acknowledge the Southern Ute Tribe and the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, which are the only two federally recognized tribes in Colorado. Today, Denver is home to many different citizens of indigenous nations, and we recognize their enduring presence on this land by paying respects to their elders, both past and present. Please take a moment to consider the legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and resettlement that bring us together today, and please join us in uncovering such truths at all public events. It is because of the sacrifices and hardships of the traditional indigenous inhabitants of this land that we are able to be here to learn, collaborate, and share knowledge. Thank you all and enjoy the ceremony. I would like now to invite Dean Karen Riley to share her remarks.
Thank you, Mark, and welcome to the third annual Morgridge College of Education Student Awards ceremony. I'm Karen Riley, the Dean of the Morgridge College of Education. We started this event with a moment of silence to honor George Floyd and countless other victims of racism and hate. Thank you for being here today. Your presence is important, and we are thankful to you, our MCE students, faculty and staff, and our friends and families for joining us during this difficult time in our nation's history. We have a lot of work to do in this country to achieve equity and justice. It is my hope that the students we recognize today will stand as a beacon of hope for all of us. In a moment, you will hear from our department chairs, who will take a moment to commend each of our student awardees. During their acknowledgments, you will hear about each of our student awardees who are working towards justice and equity in our education systems and beyond. I would like to give a special thanks to all of our department chairs, faculty, and staff who helped to make this virtual event a possibility. A special acknowledgement to Adriana Lopez, Cassie Rolfing, Selena Perez, and Jordan Kellerman. And now, congratulations to all of our student awardees. We are so proud of you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ruth Chao. I'm a department chair in counseling psychology. And also, it's my honor to introduce you our three student awardees to receive the amazing award. The first student I'd like to introduce you is Meredith Brown. Meredith Brown is the awardee for the School of the Year in Master's Program of Counseling Psychology Department. First of all, born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, Meredith has been wanting to be a counselor since she was the age of 15. Because she has been educated in the South for her whole life, she has been wanting to come here because she thought she was attracted by the social justice in counseling psychology, and she came to DU for a different perspective for her higher education experience. So the social justice in counseling psychology has helped her to become a better and also competent counselor. Meredith has done tremendous, wonderful work in her research. She has done several projects, including stereotyping bias in the light versus the dark skin. And also, the other one is the belief in the justice word in counseling processing. In addition to her productive research activities, Meredith has been a very helpful clinician. She has been working in different sites to provide her best therapy to help clients in several settings. The first one is she worked in Rebound, Colorado to provide service to clients with substance abuse. Currently, she is a master's internship at the Deborah, and also to provide her service to younger population. Meredith is very, very passionate in integrating counseling with the multicultural sensitivity. And also her dream is to help clients with the trauma. I'm very happy that Meredith, the second year student in our master's program, to be the awardee of the award, School of the Year in Counseling. And also, congratulations, Meredith. Thank you. The next one I'd like to introduce you is Jeremy Coleman. So the next student, Jeremy Coleman. Jeremy is the student in our doctoral program in counseling psychology department. Jeremy is a first generation student from Pittsburgh, and also he has made a life in Denver with his wife and his dogs. He's also very passionate with music and also art. He came to counseling psychology department because of being impressed with the work of the faculty. He really enjoys the scholarship and also mentoring from our faculty. He has been studying in counseling psychology for 6 years since he started to work with us from our master's program. Throughout these 6 years, the CP faculty witnessed his tremendously development and growth as a scholar, teacher, and practitioner. About his research, Jeremy is marvelous. He is an excellent researcher in psychotherapy research, and also he works so hard to contribute to our knowledge. That means he is working very hard and also productively about projects like what makes therapy so effective. He also works in the multicultural factors in therapy, and also those topics including the outcome disparities based on the race, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. And also he has done a few projects in terms of psychometrics and also scale development. Not surprisingly, Jeremy has various presentations and publications. Among his manuscripts, some of them he has been working with the JCP, the Counseling Psychology Department, the Journal of Counseling Psychology, and that's the top tier journal of counseling psychology. About his clinical experience, Jeremy is a multicultural sensitivity clinician. He has served clients in many sites, including Arapahoe, Denver County Jail, Aurora Mental Health Center. Due to his excellent clinician work, he will begin his internship in August at the Denver Health, which is a highly competitive internship site. Jeremy is an excellent teacher as well. He joins counseling psychology to provide a high quality of teaching to several master's classes, such as group counseling, cognitive behavior therapy, practicum, and also career counseling. He has been really helpful for master students to increase their knowledge and also their skills, especially about the areas in the career counseling and also group counseling. The next student I'd like to introduce you is Tricia Wright. Tricia Wright is the awardee for the Student of the Year in School Counseling Program in our Department of the Counseling Psychology. And Tricia Wright is the best student, and I would like to share with you why. In other words, the school counseling program in counseling psychology holds students to a set of professional dispositions throughout their studies and trainings. These include ethical behavior, self-awareness, professional behavior, and also interpersonal behavior. Tricia has been a model of each of these aspects, so it didn't take too much time for us to agree that Tricia is the best student to receive this award. When we asked her about her approach to school counseling, Tricia shared with us a quote from Alfred Adler. The educator must believe in the potential power of his pupil, and he must employ all his art in seeking to bring his pupil to experience this power. Among a group of intelligent, dedicated, and also excellent future school counselors, Tricia stands really the best one. In other words, Tricia is a student standing out. She is very humble, kind, and confident. And also, she is also the student as like a leader in her cohort. In other words, she's always the first student to volunteer her help and support to her peers. And also, she is also the go-to student for many of her classmates. And also, she also spends time not only to work toward her own goals, but she is the student helping others to reach their other students' goals. The support from Tricia provides to her classmates is very nurturing and also constructive. She always gently pushes her classmates outside of their comfort zones and also toward becoming stronger and also more competent school counselors. In addition to that, Tricia is also academically performing so well, and also she has done an incredible job in each of her subjects. Tricia also seeks out the challenge, and also she shares her recent thought that if something goes really easy, she always add another challenge. Her focus is to learn and to grow, and also it's so clear that her coursework and also overall class performance, she is very engaging in each of the topic. Her efforts and also desire to make the positive impact on her future students and also everyone around her, it is so inspiring and also very encouraging to everyone. The faculty recalled a line from her admission essay, and she said in her essay, "It's a school counselor's job to be a champion for diversity." Tricia is doing very well on her way toward this goal. And also the school counseling school counseling faculty are also privileged to be a part of that journey. Yeah, so congratulations, Tricia. I'm so happy that you are the recipient of this award. Congratulations again. After introducing the 3 students in counseling psychology, next, I'd like to introduce you Dr. Nick Cutforth, the Department Chair in Research Methods.
Thank you, Dr. Chao. Really appreciate the introduction. The first student I'd like to introduce is Alyssa Brillante, who is going to receive the award of the Outstanding Online Library and Information Science Student in the MLIS program. Alyssa Brillante is awarded our first Outstanding Online Program Student Award. Alyssa, who lives in New Mexico, joined the online program in its first cohort, beginning her program in the spring of 2019. Throughout her coursework, Alyssa has constantly brought great insight and thoughtfulness, along with outstanding writing skills, to her work. In addition, she always does more than the expected or the assigned, not in a put more lines on the paper kind of way, but in ways that reveal an extraordinary student. Any instructor who has had Alyssa as a student says the same thing. She enlightens all of us with her creative and analytical thinking, and we're lucky she is in the library profession. Congratulations, Alyssa. The award of the Outstanding On-the-Ground Library and Information Science student in the MLIS program goes to David Fassman. David Fassman is an exemplary student and leader. His capstone paper examines the ethical and professional aspects of accepting materials that are intended to further the propaganda of the Nazi Party. The University of Denver Library accepted materials from a cultural exchange arm of the Nazi Party in the late 1930s. The extensive research that David accomplished for his capstone paper goes far beyond the expected and represents a major contribution to the field of librarianship and archives. David is also president of the student chapter of the Society of American Archivists. As a president, he organized many programs. Most recently, he launched an online community archive where students can record and share their experiences during the pandemic. He is not only an outstanding student, but also a wonderful peer, always willing to share his knowledge and help his colleagues. David's work for all of his classes has been exemplary and intellectually strong. We are lucky to have had David in our program for these past 2 years, and the LIS profession is extremely lucky to have him join the fold. Congratulations, David. The recipient of the Research Methods and Statistics MA Student Research Award is Shannon Mayo. As a second-year master's student, Shannon Mayo has astounded her fellow students and the program faculty with her dedication to research activity. Shannon's research focus over the last year has been in the area of psychological measurement, specifically as applied to creativity assessment. Within this field, she has read widely, conducted cutting-edge analyses, and reported her results to the faculty at Morgridge, as well as to the larger field. Recently, Shannon defended her rigorous master's thesis with an easy-to-identify depth of expertise, personal comfort with the process of research, and genuine curiosity about the quantification of mental attributes. She has also submitted her thesis project for publication and has completed a revision of her work in response to reviewers at a scientific journal. When her first peer-reviewed article is published, we have no doubt that it will be an important piece in the field, moving the discourse in her area of research. Shannon exemplifies the Research Active Master's student, and we're proud to award her the MA Researcher Award for 2020. Congratulations, Shannon. The recipient of the Research Methods and Statistics PhD Student Research Award is Debbie Goensmith. Debbie Goensmith contributes to a number of meaningful research projects in the DU community as a graduate research assistant for RMS and the Center for Rural School Health and Education. Debbie's doctoral dissertation work is shaping up around ways evaluators can leverage qualitative comparative analysis to generate evidence of outcomes for networks advancing social change. Pairing qualitative comparative analysis with social network analysis will demonstrate the complementarity of the two methods for determining the extent to which networks achieved shared outcomes. Debbie has taken it upon herself to become an expert in a qualitative research strategy called photo voice. In fact, she is now perhaps the foremost expert on this topic in RMS and has conducted guest lectures on it for professors in various courses. Furthermore, Debbie has worked with several rural school districts in southeastern Colorado over the last 2 years, guiding a task force through a strategic planning process as a facilitator, and now supporting them in implementing their plan as a technical assistance provider. She has built strong relationships with her partners and has applied her research expertise through the development of surveys that meet practical needs in these rural schools. Debbie exemplifies the research active doctoral student, and we're proud to award her the PhD Researcher Award for 2020. Congratulations, Debbie. Now, I'd like to introduce to you the chair of the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Department, Dr. Doris Candelarie.
Hello, I'm Doris Candelarie, the Department Chair for the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Department. It is my pleasure to introduce the awardees from the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Department. Randall Duvall is being recognized with the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Achievement and Leadership Award as a certificate student in the DPS Ritchie cohort. From the beginning of the Ritchie program, Duvall has used his voice to model self-awareness, humility, and to empower others with leadership within the cohort. He is a very conscious scholar, conscious of his positionality, and he enters into conversations with an inquiry stance. He provides a mirror for our learning community by raising awareness to voices not being heard. And he models questioning that promotes engagement and learning. His influence is also seen in his work as a leadership intern at his school. His mentor principal stated, during a Black Lives Matters meeting, students eloquently spoke of the positive influence Mr. Duvall had on them in thinking about their goals, whether it be college and career readiness, the military, or a trade. Students who have had Mr. Duvall as an educator are encouraged to see possibilities they have never considered or thought of. Mr. Duvall's passion for education creates systems of accountability for himself and those around him. These are the qualities which make Mr. Duvall a leader who mentors and motivates others. He actively confronts oppression and challenges the status quo. He seeks opportunities to support educators to become more interculturally competent and assist them to increase expectations and expand opportunities for students. His work to support teachers has expanded to the Department of Teaching and Learning through his collaboration with Dr. Maria Salazar. Duvall is a passionate educator and leader who embodies the ELP's values of self-awareness, critical conscious scholarship, social justice researcher, and transformative leadership. Congratulations, Duvall. Elizabeth, Lizzie Bradford is recognized with the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Achievement and Leadership Award as a master's student. With a keen focus on moving from theory to action, Lizzie Bradford demonstrated her commitment to the ELPS values through her critically conscious action research. Her capstone study focused on the examination of leadership impact on teacher efforts to provide an equitable teaching and learning environment. From her first thoughts about action research, Lizzie articulated, "I'm excited to explore how leadership can become authentically connected with its teachers to influence student learning and achievement." Lizzie's relentless pursuit of truth began with a deeply reflective recognition of her white privilege. Her initial thoughts on improving student achievement moved from a focus on student behaviors to adult-driven school culture. She connected to these thoughts by digging into adaptive change before tackling technical change. Her internalization of results from the 360-degree leadership tool and learning from Brené Brown's book, Dare to Lead, those served as guideposts for Lizzie's brave work to challenge leaders' communication practices. She facilitated critical conversations between teachers and leaders and challenged her school's administration to improve teacher feedback and communication practices to support student achievement. Lizzie is an educator whose willingness to challenge the status quo culture exemplifies a commitment to social justice. Congratulations, Lizzie. Dr. Rob Duran is recognized with the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Achievement and Leadership Award as a Doctor of Education student. Rob Duran has reimagined the EDD Doctoral Research Project, DRP. We believe he is the first doctoral student in the program to design a youth participatory action doctoral research project. In his DRP, he trained and partnered with youth as co-researchers to address problems of practice within their Pathway school. His work in his school inspired 4 other Pathway schools. These rising youth leaders from 5 Pathway schools formed a network and will come together to share their recommendations for bridging the opportunity gap and creating more just and equitable learning spaces for every student. These youth will share policy proposals, slam poetry, hip hop, and photo voice projects. His vision and this work exemplify the ELP's core values of being self-aware, critically conscious scholar, a researcher committed to social justice, and a transformative leader. His work will be a model for others in design and in message of the importance of empowering and engaging youth as key educational stakeholders. Congratulations, Dr. Duran. Dr. Sajid Budwani is recognized with the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies Achievement and Leadership Award as a PhD student. Sajid Budwani has been a committed leader in the college, embodying ELP's values as the president of COESA. He has also been an informal leader who has helped our international students transition to Denver and has organized the students in order to advocate for their needs. As a PhD student, he tested his theory of community social capital and spatial inequity locally to help inform how Denver Public Schools plan for school improvement through a community asset lens. His dissertation applied innovative GIS methods to better understand the relationship between schools and the surrounding environments in order to promote community school relationships. He is a critically conscious scholar whose research will help inform transformative leadership at the district and school level. Sajid is establishing himself as a leader in the field, working with faculty at other universities to use his skills to answer equity-focused research questions. Congratulations, Dr. Budwani. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Judy Marquez Kiyama, who is the Department Chair for the Higher Education Department.
Thank you. It's my honor to present to you the Outstanding Achievement in Higher Education Praxis Awards. The first award goes to Caitlin Wallace. Caitlin has been an exemplary master student in the higher education program. In particular, Caitlin demonstrates her commitment to praxis by applying her learning from coursework to her full-time employment as the Assistant Director of Graduate Student Aid in the DU Office of Admissions. This focus on applied learning and her positionality as a scholar practitioner are evident in all of her work and especially in her culminating assignment, the e-portfolio. As she graduates from the program, Caitlin reflected, "I will continue to apply theory to my praxis, even when I am no longer an enrolled student. I will always be a student of higher education." Congratulations, Caitlin. The next award goes to Tan Nguyen. Tan has demonstrated her ability to seamlessly weave critical theory with public policy to expand policymakers' understanding of systemic change. In her current role at the Colorado Department of Higher Education, she centers critical frameworks when advising Colorado's higher education policymakers. Her research examines the experiences of women of color in senior administrative roles at the intersection of affirmative action and labor policies. Tan is a community builder in the program and ensures her fellow students feel connected and supported both in and out of the classroom. Congratulations, Tan. And the next award goes to Sarah Jordan. Sarah's work has influenced many facets of education and health. In addition to consulting with several gender equity and education public policy organizations to inform policy approaches, she is evaluating how grant-making efforts can be streamlined to support the well-being of Indigenous youth and families. She has also served as a teaching intern for 4 DU higher ed courses, the most recent being Educational Policy Analysis, where she meets regularly with students to assist them in using theory to inform their policy consultation projects. Her research examines the intersections of reproductive health policy and college access for women. Congratulations, Sarah. It is now my honor to present to you Dr. Rashida Banerjee, Department Chair of Teaching and Learning Sciences.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Rashida Banerjee, and I'm the Chair for the Department of Teaching and Learning Sciences. We offer 8 graduate degrees and 3 certificates in 4 different programs. Today, we honor 11 outstanding students from our department. Meryl Faulkner will receive a doctoral degree in Curriculum and Instruction, Gifted Education. Meryl's research has focused on the underrepresentation of students of color in gifted programs and is a call to action to address this inequity. Meryl has developed workshops in gifted identification and is a leader within her district. She and a colleague are offering virtual workshops to school professionals. Meryl's academic performance has consistently been of the highest quality. It is with great pleasure that we honor Meryl Faulkner with the Gifted Education Leadership Award. Congratulations, Meryl. Aislinn Perkins will receive a master's degree from Curriculum and Instruction program. Aislinn is a powerful scholar and a teacher who has begun to have an impact in education. She has a strong research and writing skills. She's a strong advocate for social justice and communities of color. Aislinn has great potential to pursue a doctorate and to join the scholars in higher education. She will make an impact in whatever capacity she continues in education. We are proud to present Aislinn with Curriculum and Instruction Leader Award for the Masters of Arts degree. Congratulations, Aislinn. Ryan McClintock exemplifies the Curriculum and Instruction Leader Award. Ryan will graduate in spring 2020 with a doctorate in education and a specialization in gifted education. His doctoral research project, a dissertation in practice, titled Nurturing Excellence, a case study of high school environments for the gifted, was an extraordinary examination of the curriculum and structures of 3 different high schools located across the country, each indicating support of the development of agency in high school students. Ryan worked collaboratively with his fellow cohort students in the pursuit of excellence in curriculum instruction, especially in the area of gifted education. Ryan is a leader in STEM education and gifted education in Douglas County, where he impacts the practice of educators and the work with the students on a daily basis. Ryan is also an adjunct instructor here at the Morgridge College of Education. We're proud to present Ryan with the Curriculum Instruction Leader Award for the Doctor of Education degree. Congratulations, Ryan. Dan Riotan is an exemplary student in the Curriculum Instruction PhD program. He's kind, caring, and committed to collaboration. Dan combines theory and practice in his advocacy for social justice in schools, scholarship, and supervision of early career educators. Dan's dissertation, titled Navigating Uncharted Waters, a qualitative study of the social and emotional well-being of first-year teachers, was a novel in topic and in data collection through voice memos. Faculty are proud to present Dan with the Curriculum and Instruction Leader Award for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Congratulations, Dan. Julia Froshman will receive her elementary teaching license and MA degree in the teacher education program. Julia has a strong grasp of important pedagogical concepts like backward planning, the assessment cycle, and culturally responsive teaching. She is committed to her students and relentlessly reflective, improving every day. Julia has very high expectations for student achievement, promotes academic language, and scaffolds her instruction to ensure every student succeeds. Her online teaching served as an exemplar for other students in the program. We are proud to present Julia with the Changemaker Award for the Teacher Education Program. Congratulations, Julia. CJ will soon receive her elementary teaching license and MA degree in the Teacher Education Program. CJ has consistently demonstrated commitment to her students and school community. She has an impressive knowledge of her content and uses that knowledge to engage students in culturally responsive lessons with an emphasis on social justice. CJ's aptitude for online teaching has also been very impressive. She quickly and expertly created online content that served as an exemplar for other students. We are proud to present CJ with the Leader Award for the Teacher Education Program. Congratulations, CJ. Margie Moldane will complete the Graduate Early Childhood Special Education Certificate Program in record time, while also mothering 2 small children at home. She's a veteran teacher, eager to learn new things and have new experiences. She shows up every time ready to learn and help her classmates. Margie wants to work in early intervention, providing services to the youngest children with the most significant disabilities. We are proud to present Margie with the Early Childhood Special Education Practitioner Award. Congratulations, Margie. Drew is a second-year student graduating from the Early Childhood Special Education MA program. She's committed and enthusiastic student who's always willing to take the lead and support her classmates. She takes initiative and risks to try something new that may be out of her comfort zone. As a graduate student, Drew worked on a research project providing reading interventions to young children. She received the highest praise from the faculty researchers for teaching ability and connections with students. We are proud to present Drew with the Early Childhood Special Education Promising Practitioner Award. Congratulations, Drew. Now on to our awards for the Child Family School Psychology Program. It is with pleasure that the program faculty nominate Chanel Rodriguez for the Child, Family, and School Psychology Promising Practitioner Award for Education Specialist degree. Chanel was selected for this award due to exemplary performance as a graduate assistant, practitioner, and a student. In all these capacities, she has shown excellent communication and organizational skills, reflection, and patience. Chanel has played a critical role in these unprecedented times to address issues of equity and access among students at her practicum site. In fact, she's working on collecting data with her practicum supervisor to address issues of equity among children receiving special education services. Chanel's understanding of youth as a product of the systems around them, school, family, community, is abundantly clear. She has a passion for early intervention and diversifying the school psychology workforce. Her dedication to the program, her peers, and the community exceeds expectations, and her ongoing professionalism is commendable. Chanel is compassionate, hardworking, and dedicated to the field of school psychology. Congratulations, Chanel. Elizabeth Starr is an outstanding student in the Child, Family, and School Psychology program and will receive her EDS degree. Elizabeth demonstrates strong leadership skills with her various roles as an intern in Colorado Springs, as well as a former Child, Family, School Psychology board member and assessment teaching assistant. Elizabeth is organized, has excellent time management skills, takes initiative, and demonstrates responsibility and accountability, not only to herself, but her peers and professors as well. Elizabeth is flexible and adaptable, even changing internship sites in the middle of the year. The faculty are excited to present Elizabeth with the CFSP Emerging Practitioner Award. Congratulations, Elizabeth. We're so proud of you and can't wait to see what you do in the field. Our final award for the department goes to Laurel Snyder. Laurel is an outstanding student in the Child, Family, and School Psychology program and will receive a PhD degree. As a scholar and a leader, Laurel has been actively involved in research projects focused on improving services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families throughout her doctoral trajectory. To name a few of her accomplishments, Laurel has participated in a grant from National Institute of Health, examining assessment strategies for individuals with Fragile X and Down syndrome. She has explored transition practices in school-based settings and reviewed developmentally appropriated sexual health education for young adults with IDD. She has also examined the training received by the school psychology graduate students in the area of intellectual disabilities. Laurel has prepared state and national level conference proposals, assisted with grant writing, IRB development, collected and analyzed data, and submitted manuscripts for publication. This year, she was a lead presenter for 2 presentations and co-lead for several others at the National Association for School Psychologists Conference. She was asked to guest lecture at Kent Temple University. Laurel was also awarded the University of Denver's Graduate Education Dissertation Fellowship for her dissertation titled The CASC Framework, an assessment model for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities, which is focused on collaborative assessment practices that utilize all aspects of NASP practice model. Laurel has authored 2 publications this year, one of which was based off of her dissertation. Due to her exemplary research promise, Laurel has received a postdoctoral research fellowship in educational and transition services at the Emory Autism Center and Emory University's Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Services in the School of Medicine. CFSP faculty cannot think of any other doctoral student more deserving of the Emerging Scholar Award than Laurel Snyder. Congratulations, Laurel. And now, I would like to introduce Joy and Rod from COESA Board to present the COESA Awards. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rod Bugarin and I'm an EDD candidate in higher education. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve as one of 2 student representatives on MCE Strategic Planning and Implementation Committee. Over the past year, we've been working with MCE faculty, administrators, and staff to build an intentional college culture. We believe that the new COESA Student Awards do this by celebrating student experiences that inspire us to become impactful practitioners, scholars, and leaders in education. Joy, my colleague, will now introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Joy Lynn, a PhD student starting my 3rd year in curriculum and instruction, specializing in gifted education. It has been a pleasure serving MCE students as an SPI rep and COESA board member for the past 18 months, and I look forward to serving you next year as your COESA vice president. Let's all give a huge thank you to Rod, who did a fantastic job working to expand COESA awards in alignment with our strategic plan. You can check out the 4 pillars of the strategic plan on our MCE website. Also, stay tuned after our COESA awards to see our new WeAreMCE video. We were wowed at your incredible support for our new awards. The 54 nominations reflect a 175% increase from last year. Thank you to all of our nominators too. You made it very difficult for the COESA board to choose this year's winners. In fact, in a few categories, the COESA Awards Committee decided to award more than 1 student because we were blown away by the quality and impact of this year's nominees. To start us off, Rod will present the COESA Service Award to Caroline DeWitt.
The Service Award is in recognition of a student who has used a collaborative approach in their field of study to the MCE community and in service to others. Caroline was selected for this award due to the exemplary service she has demonstrated in the program as a teaching assistant, practitioner, and student. Upon reading her achievements this year, it is no surprise that she received unanimous support of the child, family, and school psychology faculty. As a teaching assistant, Carolyn has been an invaluable asset to the CFSP department. Not only is she insightful in her support and response to first-year students, but is also committed to working collaboratively with her fellow TAs. As a practitioner, she has demonstrated initiative, curiosity, and exceptional assessment and counseling skills. Additionally, at her practicum site, she has taken the lead on many initiatives to support students and faculty. Carolyn's understanding of youth as a product of the systems abound them is abundantly clear, which is why COESA is proud to give Carolyn this award in recognition to the MCE student who has built bridges with the community to promote an intersecting professional world. Now, Joy will present the Community Partnership Award to Sarah Welling.
The Community Partnership Award recognizes a student who has built bridges with the community and promotes an intersecting professional world. Sarah played a critical role in building the Park County Local History Digital Archive that became a valuable community resource for Park County residents, students, and scholars. Sarah has built relationships with community members and helped with many aspects of the digital archive project, including archival organization, digitization of photographic materials and oral histories, and the creation of records in the online system. She evaluated copyright status and assigned copyright statements for all digitized items and worked with the geolocation plugin to develop a map with geotagging. Sarah demonstrates impressive passion for community work, for the sharing of knowledge, and for respecting community members and their ways of knowing. Way to go, Sarah. Rod will present the Leadership Award now to the incredible Jill Talley.
The COESA Leadership Award recognizes one of our peers for the efforts they have made to promote college-wide think and action through collegiality, leadership, and collaboration. Jill is a doctoral student in the Child, Family, and School Psychology program who has served as a graduate assistant, mentor, advocate, adjunct faculty, and research team leader. If you didn't think she was already committed to making the CFSP department better, she has also made time to be president of the Student Affiliates in School Psychology, SASP. Although Jill is not on the board this year, she has remained a faithful leader for individuals in her program and supports the efforts of the SASP board and all of her CFSP colleagues. The COESA board was impressed by how Jill initiates collaboration among CFSP cohorts, goes above and beyond to support and ensure that the needs of CFSP faculty are met, and attends conferences and represents CFSP through her research and scholarship efforts. For this, we are proud to recognize your efforts that are always done with what other graduate students have described as, quote, a happy heart and a smile on your face. Congratulations and thank you for your years of leadership, Jill. Now, Joy will be presenting the co-winners of the Research Impact Award.
The COESA Research Award is in recognition of a student's research contributions to their field of study. Our first Research Impact Award goes to CFSP student Abby Hodges. Abby has been an active contributor to behavioral intervention research across her 4 years in higher education. She has published many articles as first author, and her work has led to gains in supporting students with challenging behaviors. She is currently a graduate research assistant for the Pele Center, where she leads behavior intervention training for early childhood practitioners in the field, and has helped author several publications on pyramid model practices. Also, she co-led an ECHO training in Southwestern Colorado for a dozen practitioners, guiding them through designing and implementing a behavior intervention plan. Abby is the pinnacle of bridging the research to practice gap. She frequently utilizes information from a study to complete secondary analysis and puts her behavior analysis training to use at her practicum site. She has increased the capacity of dozens of state practitioners to manage challenging behaviors and makes her research findings accessible to support further work. Amazing job, Abby. Our second 2020 Research Impact Award goes to Dr. Dan Riordan from Curriculum and Instruction. Dan's dissertation research focused on the well-being of new teachers, an undeveloped yet crucial area in the field of education. His research provides a unique look at how teachers must navigate tension successfully in order to be an effective teacher and to sustain themselves in the profession. His findings advocate for reflective teacher practices and encourage the field to think more deeply about preparing teachers to succeed while maintaining their quality of life. Dan's work informs curriculum development and teacher education programs by emphasizing the importance of building social and emotional learning, SEL, competencies among students and teachers for healthier, more effective learning environments. Dan also used voice memos as a form of qualitative data collection, which effectively provided first-year teachers with an opportunity to build SEL competencies while capturing real-time, authentic, and participant-driven data. Way to represent and impact our field of curriculum and instruction, Dr. Riordan. Rod will now present the Practitioner Award to Alfredo Pargas.
The Practitioner Award recognizes a student who has applied research to their field of practice. This year's winner impressed the COESA board for his leadership in implementing restorative justice approaches and practices at his school. Additionally, Alfredo supported high-quality academics, tutoring, and inspired his school to create a student and faculty leadership group. Beyond this, he created his school's equity team, which resulted in tangible differences and improved school satisfaction for the lives of the children and families that he supports. Furthermore, the COESA board noted how Alfredo's equity work at the school, network, and district levels was exemplary, where his efforts have heightened awareness and mindfulness for opportunity and access. For these reasons, we are proud to recognize Alfredo Pargas, doctoral candidate in the Education, Leadership, and Policy Studies Department, for receiving this year's Practitioner Award. Joy, I know that you're excited to present our winners for our Changemaker Award.
Our Changemaker Award recognizes a student who implements breakthrough solutions to complex challenges using an inter-system approach within and beyond MCE. Our first Changemaker Award goes to Audrey Ford. Audrey is a first-year doctoral student currently serving as president of the Student Affiliates in School Psychology, SASC, and was nominated unanimously by CFSP faculty due to the critical changemaker role she has played during these unprecedented times. Audrey has fostered new ways for students and faculty to stay in touch and stay healthy. Students view her as a go-to person who has a knack for finding new ways to take action when needed. She consistently brings people together, first by listening to all, and then by encouraging collaborative approaches to address challenges. She is also the first to volunteer to help implement innovative solutions. Audrey is a changemaker who never takes credit for the things she achieves with others. Her innovative ideas and voice are never self-serving, and she is always outward-facing, looking out for the well-being of others. Congratulations, Audrey. Our second Changemaker Award goes to Clarissa Vanier. Clarissa is a first-year LIS student with great leadership potential who has made a tremendous effort to make a difference in our lives. At this time of crisis, she's initiated an important conversation that includes not only students, but also faculty, staff, the community of alumni, and a wider practitioner community of LIS professionals. Clarissa engages MCE and the broader community around our humanity, kindness, the way we treat each other in times of calm and in times of turmoil, and our ability to take care of each other and hold uneasy conversations that bring us closer together. Clarissa's work overcomes the divisive mentality of us versus them, using the medium of literature. Clarissa's community engagement efforts get to the heart of inclusive excellence on campus. Clarissa, you're an inspiration to us all. Rod will present our final award, Inclusive Excellence, to two wonderful MCE students, Sierra Townsend and Amanda Wittenbort.
The COESA Inclusive Excellence Award recognizes a student's commitment to the values of inclusive excellence in their field and to MCE. The COESA board was very impressed with the candidates in this category, which had the most nominations. The quality of the pool was so impressive that we decided to have two award winners, and the first one is Sierra Townsend. Sierra is a doctoral student from the CFSP program that has truly supported the COESA Awards by nominating several students in each of our categories. In selecting Sierra for her commitment to and enactment of the values of inclusive excellence in her field of study, and to the MCE community, the COESA board found that despite Sierra's efforts to graduate with her PhD a year early, she did not lose focus on using her time at Morgridge to improve cultural awareness among students, faculty, and staff in the CFSP program. For example, at her practicum site this year, Sierra worked vigorously to advocate for children of color in an effort to build culturally responsive school-based practices. And with a fellow SASP board member, Sierra led an initiative to administer a climate survey for all CFSP faculty and students. The survey touches on points of privilege, marginalization, and microaggression. The goal of administering the survey is to better inform CFSP's program's development of inclusive excellence in student programming. The COESA board is not surprised that you earned your department's unanimous support for this award. And for this, we honor you with this recognition, Dr. Townsend. We know that your career will improve accessibility for psychological services to marginalized populations. Last but not least, I'm proud to present the co-winner of COESA's Inclusive Excellence Award to a master's student in my program, Higher Education. Manda, the COESA board was impressed by how you've demonstrated a remarkable ability to merge theory and practice as you've engaged in anti-racist, equity-focused work at DU. Manda currently works at CECL, the Center for Community Engagement, to advance scholarship and learning, where she informs their community-based learning and research. Also, as a Newman Civic Fellow, Manda used her fellowship to support Denver-based college access programs. Manda has conducted community-based research on the facilitators of college access for marginalized communities. She has used this research to inform her approach to college access work. This is a field that I personally know, and I'm happy to see that there are wonderful scholar practitioners like you. Congratulations, Manda, for upholding inclusive excellence both in and out of the classroom. For this, COESA is excited to recognize you. Joy will now close us out and introduce the MCE Awards video.
Thank you, Rod. Congratulations once again to all COESA award winners and all MCE award winners for your incredible work this year. You and every nominee has inspired us with your efforts to promote social justice and inclusive excellence, where education can improve communities beyond our own. You are now part of a new MCE tradition. Here, students commend fellow peers who make a difference in MCE, DU, and in the greater Denver and global communities. Thank you for joining us to celebrate our amazing Morgridge students. To conclude the 2020 MCE Awards ceremony, please enjoy our new video, We Are MCE.